What is up, my brothers from another mother and my rational sisters? This one's for the boys. Got a question here on DM from an Instagram follower of the channel and Instagram, I suppose. Anyway, he wants to know about basically why women dump their guys at a certain time of year, hypergamy and muscles. So I just came back from the gym. I'm feeling a little good about this. Let's jump into this one. He goes, a big fan. Why women behave so differently during summer versus winter months? For example, during the winter, women are so dead set on getting into a relationship, and in the summer, more often than not, I see my buddies' girls drop them like nothing. For myself, I've decided to go MGTOW for the time being so I can focus on getting a degree in my bodybuilding career. I would have never competed if it wasn't for your wise words. Well, thank you, brother. Telling me to focus on myself and my goals, which brings me to another point. In my experience, women do not give a flying fuck about the size of your muscles, only the size of your wallet. I know this because my dad is a wealthy guy, and women only pay me any mind when I drive his $100,000 plus cars. All right, so first question you're asking is, why do women ditch their guys in the spring and then look for relationships in the fall? I don't know where you live. You didn't mention. I think you mentioned in your Instagram post that you're doing the Ontario finals, so I'm guessing you live in Ontario as well. I'm going to say that, well, I know for a fact that relationships tend to end most often at the end of the summer, so end of August, early September, and after Christmas. And that's usually because we've spent a good deal of time together with our partner. And what ends up happening is just somebody's gotten fed up. Maybe they got fed up with their partner, the partner's family, if they were away at a cottage or a lake house, or around Christmas time, all family came over and that sort of thing. So with respect to your comment to the spring and winter thing, or the summer and winter thing, I'm guessing you're younger from your pictures from what I can tell. So I'm going to go with that's likely because it's the summer months and women are looking to upgrade their deal. Women don't ditch their guys and go single if they've got a good guy on the go. It's just simple as that. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. They're not going to let a good guy go for no reason. It's only if there's friction, if there's conflict. He's not serving her needs. He's not serving the needs of her kids. Any one of those things, or a combination of a number of those things. And, the summer months are just better months for attractive women to go out and find a new guy. They can wear shorter skirts, they can wear lower cut tops, they can, show a little more skin. So they know that. And the winter months are a little bit colder, so you're looking, it's also like a historical thing for millions of years. We've tend to congregate and stay warm in the winter. In the summertime, we get out and hunt and gather and do stuff like that. So that was your first question. The hypergamy one, I don't really need to touch on. I think you know that if you're going to drive a nice car, your dad's car that's worth $100,000 or more, you're basically signaling to women that you've got the ability to provision, you've got your shit together, and you've got money. And is that attractive? Yeah, the size of the wallet does matter. And you also mentioned muscles don't matter to women. So I haven't really touched on this before, but okay, so I'm about 6'3". I think the most I was ever when I was big and muscular was about 204 pounds. I weigh about 193, 194 right now. I'm still pretty lean at almost 44 years old. So the size of muscles in my experience don't matter. In fact, if you've got bigger muscles, it tends to turn women off. Ladies, I'd like to hear your feedback in the comments below. Help the guys out in the community and shed some light on that. But women typically aren't attracted to bodybuilders. Now, that's not always true because there's not many women that would want to kick somebody like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson out of bed. They just don't. So, when you throw celebrity fame into the mix, then it changes the equation a little bit. But generally speaking, the guy that's the gym rat, that's going to the gym, 7 days a week, split training, doing 2 routines a day, preparing all his meals in Tupperware with, skinless, boneless chicken breast and broccoli and blah, 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 and all that. Women don't typically like that level of dedication to self-care. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I've been there, I've done it. I've gotten, pretty big and strong and ripped as well. But my experience is most women are generally turned off about it. They tend to like the Calvin Klein underwear model look up until the muscular look. Anything where you're starting to supplement with anabolic steroids, you're probably getting too big. There's even conditions where you can be taking, decent supplements like L-glutamine and creatine, which are going to make you bigger and stronger and a little bit leaner in certain parts, depending on how you use it and how committed you are on it. But anytime you go into heavy supplementation or you push into the anabolic steroid category, you're going to turn off a lot of women. You're going to turn women off from any number of things. I've heard women say things like, oh, he's going to cheat on me, or he's so vain, or he's too into himself, or he's too, dedicated to his craft of bodybuilding and blah, 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 so on and so forth. I know that you say in your posts that you're focusing on your bodybuilding career. That's cool. If that's what you want to do, if that's your passion, go for it. But if you're looking to attract women, going for the bodybuilder competitor look on stage like Mr. Olympia, you're not going to score. It's not going to help you with women, I can tell you that. One, you're going to be spending all your time working out and eating and resting. And two, you're not going to be able to do the things that women enjoy that are fun, that lighten up their day, that make them laugh, that excite them. And three, they're not going to find you that attractive. They tend to, again, they look for the more leaner, more Calvin Klein underwear model. If, you can lift up your shirt and you can still see abs, you're probably in the right category. I don't know what my body fat percentage is. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm not fat. I'm not too muscular. I've got a little bit of tone on the arms and the back. Women do like the nice V back, right? If you can give them the, like a little bit of that, women are going to definitely go for that sort of look. Broad shoulders, narrow waist, some meat on your arms, not much belly fat. That's really all you need. Again, ladies, comment below and, let the guys know what you think. That's been my experience on that. I hope that video answers some of your questions around hypergamy muscles. You were asking about when women were ditching their guys. So there you go. Smash the like button, leave a comment below if you have a topic request. I think the best way, honestly, to get a hold of me for topic requests is email me at entrepreneursinCars@gmail.com, just so I don't miss it. And secondly, if you need coaching on something, it helps support the channel and creation of the videos. It's clarity.fm. I'll put it up over here perhaps, clarity.fm/Richard Cooper. And you can book my time for one-on-one coaching there. That's best when we need dialogue back and forth, like I need to ask you a question to kind of go down a rabbit hole and explore things and offer some feedback. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Peace.